February 16th through 22nd, President's Day week. And let's see what goodies we have going on this week. So start off with the moon in Aquarius on Monday, February 16th. And this is the day that Mercury trines Jupiter. Inspired artistic pursuits are available. So this is a good thing. Trines are usually wonderful. There's terrific mental focus, so it's a great time to hit the books. The great sixth sense. It's good for things like researching and journaling and channeling and doing like ancestor work. And there's great inspired artistic pursuits. Okay, I said that a few times. Also wrote down lost or forgotten objects can show up because I guess Mercury is related to that, to finding lost objects. And then trine Jupiter is lucky. So take advantage of the beautiful energy on Monday. Now, this is a new moon week and a solar eclipse week. So this is kind of a big deal. And so we know we have the new moon in Aquarius at 7:01 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, the 17th. It's at 28 degrees of Aquarius. So the moon's going to move into Pisces a couple hours after the new moon. This new moon, let's see, it's also the Chinese New Year. So this is when we move into the year of the fire horse, which is exciting after finishing out the year of the wood snake. This is also Mardi Gras. And this new moon is going to be together with Mars and Venus, and it's going to be square Uranus. We keep talking about Uranus. So we're just going to have to get used to the unexpected, and we just don't know what's going to happen. That's pretty much what Aquarius feels like to me. Now, the solar eclipse is also happening there. And, you know, the solar eclipse is a wonderful thing, but there's a lot of unpredictable energy. And maybe that can bring us great things, but we just don't know. Give it some time. What happens now might not feel great at the time, but I think over time you'll see the long-term benefits of this. I did write down that may our hearts remember we are all one, because remember, Aquarius is the humanitarian, and we need to remember that connection as a planet so we can be more supportive of each other and less about all this division that's being strongly promoted here right now in the United States. Now, on Wednesday, so that's a lot going on. A new moon. So don't forget to make moon water, which is basically just taking a mason jar or something covered and putting it in a window, letting it get the charge up, right? So a couple days before the new moon, if you remember, a couple days after would be wonderful. Wednesday, the 18th, the sun moves into Pisces. So the moon will move into Pisces, and the sun moves into Pisces, and we are officially in Pisces season. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. And remember, its ruling planet has also just changed signs, Neptune to Aries. So there's a lot of change. So this Pisces period may feel different than last year's Pisces period. Now, the sun will stay in Pisces from the 18th of February until March 20th. So watery, intuitive, psychic energy. Pisces likes to retreat back and away. So this is a good time to do so, right? To take some downtime, to make sure you have a self-care plan. And great time of year, especially up here in cold New England. Now, on the 19th, the moon continues in Pisces until 2:39 when it moves into Aries, and it will stay there on the 20th and 21st. On the 20th, Friday the 20th, we have Saturn, planet of responsibility, conjunct together with Neptune in Aries. Now, they've been traveling together for a while. We've had them together for a while in Pisces, but now they moved into the fire sign of Aries. Reality versus illusion, right? Saturn wants to be practical. Neptune wants to be in the fog and the spiritual. I'm going to say fairy tale. I don't mean it derogatory, although Pisces is illusion and delusion, but the opposite of that, which all signs are its opposite also, is clarity. Okay, so Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries on the 20th. So The weekend will start off with Aries energy. Then by 6:30 on Saturday night, we'll move into Taurus. So I have a beautiful Venus energy weekend. And I got to tell you, you got to mark your calendar for Sunday, the 22nd, because Venus is trining Jupiter. And this is a good thing. Venus in Pisces, trining, positive aspect, Jupiter in Cancer. So this is some really, really special energy. And let me just look at my cheat sheets here. So Venus is exalted in Pisces. Great placement for it. And Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. They're both called the, what are they? Benefics. That's what they're referred to, like positive energy planets. So you got these positive energy planets in their exalted positions. It can bring great things to you. It can bring special encounters to you. It can bring professional encounters. It can bring creative collaborations. Some people, it can bring in people that will really impact you and be really fulfilling. So this can be love. This can be just the right people that you're looking for. So mark your calendar with a bunch of stars there on Sunday, the 22nd. Remember, this will affect us a little bit day before, day after. And also, Venus rules Taurus, and that's where the moon is. So there's so much Venus energy. And this can be very beneficial to your wallet also. So beautiful, beautiful energy there. Let's get some cards. Let's see some beautiful cards for this beautiful week ahead with all that Venus going on. You know, we've heard enough about Uranus. Let's talk about Venus. All right, one more here from the Nightfall Tarot and another beautiful oracle. Okay, our first card is the Seven of Wands. Okay, so Seven of Wands usually just looks like a lot of irons in the fire, a lot going on, and the attention is really right ahead. Okay, they're looking up and looking forward. So there's a lot of focus. Ten of Cups, the happy family card has shown up here. Always a nice thing to see. So a lot of emotion, but a lot of joy. Oh, and you got the Four of Wands. I love that. It's like hand fasting. Okay, so we see connection. And that, I mean, honestly, if I was going to pick a card out of that deck to explain how I feel about the 22nd, that'd be one of my top choices. Connection. Okay. These, like, whether they're in love or whether they're just committed friends, there's just love and joy and bonding together. And I really like that. Your oracle for the week is Hannah, she who listens, understanding, witness, compassion. Let's look up what the book has to say about Hannah. So I guess this deck is just full of a bunch of different women's names. I think it's interesting when it first came out was when Kamala was running for president, and there's a Kamala in here, which I thought was interesting. There's also a Regina in here. Okay, let's see. Hannah, she who listens, leans forward so you can quietly tell her all your stories, the delight-filled ones as well as the sorrowful. She invites you into her tent for privacy. You will not find judgment when you sit with her. This is the one person who can take what you need to dish out. Her colorful clothes reflect a spectrum of emotions, and they change according to each person's feelings. Purple is for passion, while the soft gold is for the sorrow. Do not fear interruption from this compassionate soul. She understands how important it is to be heard. This is her calling in life. Making sure the untold stories are brought forth is her mission in life. She bears witness to all that is. Hannah invokes the meaning compassionate in Hebrew. Hannah calls for you to unburden yourself. There are many ways we can communicate our stories. Allow a compassionate friend to bear witness to your revelations. You might start a journal where you write everything down. Don't avoid the ugly parts. Don't gloss over the good. Lay it all out. Your inside self needs a chance to release. Let those tales be spun. Okay, so it's almost like that friend that shows up for you and she is here to hear you. Okay, so a lot of beautiful energy this week ahead.